Introducing Pichu London Plus. For just $1.99 a month, you get access to full unedited races from Season 46 of the Ultimate Series and the 2024 Mock Pichu London Cup Series season. You'll also get access to races ahead of time before anybody else, and you'll also receive custom emojis and badges to use on the comments below. Finally, there will be an exclusive new series just for members coming soon. You do not want to miss that. Join Pichu London Plus today, just $1.99 a month. Just click the join button down below to get started. Welcome back to Season 46 of the Ultimate Series. Today it is race number 6 from Texas Motor Speedway. Cullen Francis starts on the pole for this race, and Alexander Rowe will start alongside him on the front row. And here's a look at all the other drivers and where they'll be starting in today's race. Connor Breton starting in row number 3. He was our winner last week at Circuit of the Americas. He dominated the field in that race and took the checkered flag and put his name on the playoff list this season. And one car looks like did not get going at the start of the race. And here's the rest of the field lining up, as Matt Hunter was the driver that did not get going. So the stages will run on laps 22 and 50. It'll be an 81 lap race here today at Texas. And the cars are going to have to try to catch up before the start of the race, as the 22, as I mentioned, was the one that didn't get going at the start of this race. So here we go. Green flag about to come out at Texas Motor Speedway. Who will take the Texas two-step? Green flag is out of the Lone Star State. Cullen Francis, what a start for him. The 8 car goes out right out of the gate in the lead from pole position. Francis was the winner at Atlanta a couple weeks ago, so he's going to try to achieve a two-step here this season at Texas. First lap's going to go to the 8 car. Now the 45 Ryan Durante goes into second place. And Liam Stewart trying to squeeze his way into a 3-wide battle. And 34, that's Matt Gomes in that 34 this season. And there's his teammate in the middle is Quentin Moore. They switched numbers from last season. Moore won here, I believe, at Texas last year when it was in the playoffs. Now he's in a squeeze here in the middle, trying to gain position. And a race battle for the lead between Ryan Durante and Cullen Francis. Durante's going to take the top spot. Francis, though, getting a little draft on the top lane, trying to get by and retake the lead. 45 clears. Now the 14 Rich Roy to the bottom lane. Rich Roy takes the bottom lane into second place, and the 45 is in the lead. Third place, Jamal Jackson moves up with Cullen Francis battling ahead of him. Now he's dropped to fourth. Francis was able to keep third away. Here comes Gomes. Matt Gomes in the ride that Quinn Moore drove in last season. He's going to try to repeat for the Front Row Motorsports team, trying to win in the same number that Moore drove to victory at Texas here last season. And this last season, this race was in the playoffs, and now it is moved to the regular season. So a lot on the line here at Texas. But still, could be a big win here, a pivotal win to a championship run could come at Texas Motor Speedway. Liam Stewart in battle position against Connor Breton. Breton looks like on the outside he's going to prevail. Connor Breton, though, was the winner last weekend at COTA and he dominated that race. He led almost every single lap, and on his way to victory, he just flat out dominated that race. He's going to try to gain ground and try to get another victory here in the Lone Star State. Jamal Jackson battling with the 34, but the 34 able to stay on the outside and keep the lead and keep the position away. So 34 with a good run on the outside, he's able to keep position away for now against Jamal Jackson. And Jamal's teammate Luke Law goes to the bottom. He does make the pass on Liam Stewart in the 9. The 99 able to get around the 9. And by the way, Luke Law is another one of the winners this season. He was the winner at Las Vegas. And so Jamal almost joined him in the next race at Phoenix, by the way. At the top 5 and almost led, but was passed with 7 to go for the win. So now that one is looking to get another chance at victory to try to get into the playoffs. And a huge crash behind them as they exited the start-finish line. Couple cars spin. Cassie Reynolds, JP Lataro were among the drivers that spun. And I think the 7 might have gotten a piece of it. And so did the 11. So the caution will be out for the first time today. And Ryan Durante is going to lead back to the yellow. So the 45 car leads to the caution flag. As we'll take another look at what brought out this first caution of the race here on lap number 10. So here's what brought out the first caution of the race. It was a tight squeeze with the 16, 10, and 7. They collided next to the start-finish line and brought out the first caution of the race. Cassie Reynolds, Chris Leone, I think the 77 Ron Marvila might have gotten a piece of that. And Chris Leone and JP Lataro were the drivers involved in the wreck to bring out that first caution. 77 was hit hard. The 11 tried to brake and slow down and not get contact with any of the cars spinning. And John Andrews, Hayden Stringer, I believe they got through that without a scratch. As Lataro spins out, brings out the caution. Back to the restart here on lap number 14. Matt Hunter, as I mentioned, did not get the car going, and they're going to call it a day before they even took a single lap here at Texas. So not sure they're going to score points because they did not complete a lap in this race. Anyway, the green flag will drop. And Cassie Reynolds went down a lap as a result of that wreck, but the others were able to get their damage fixed before the start of the green flag. Durante out in front, 45, gets a good jump. Francis in second, and now the 1 car is trying to jump up to that position. Trying to get to second place before the end of stage 1. Now the 41 of LG Lataro is joining him in the ranks. The 2 rookie drivers battling second and third. And they're up against a veteran in the 45. That 45 team, no wait. Nah, yeah, I think that was the 23 team. I got it mixed up with the 23 team. They were the same team. I was going to say. 45 team didn't really do much last season, so they're trying to turn it around here in season 46 with a new driver. Durante's trying to get into a win, trying to get in with a win in the playoffs. Battle for third place between Matt Gomes and LG Lataro. And Gomes right now has the clearance. Can he clear the 41? Just not quite there yet. Might clear him in turn 1. He does clear the 41 car. Gets to third position now. Connor Breen up to 5th. And with the teammate of Ryan Durante, Benjamin Snyder, in 6th place. LG's trying to pull off the crossover move, trying to get third place back. 47 is in 5th as Breen's trying to go back-to-back after winning at COTA last weekend. LG Lataro down low, trying to clear the 34, maybe getting a little drafting help from 47. Still battling side by side. 34 gets a run on the outside. What a battle for third place we got here between Gomes and Lautaro. Here comes the 47 looking low, trying to find an opening. Lautaro trying to clear the 34, and he clears him. That was a tough battle there, as Gomes was not letting that position go. And take a look at Skylar Taylor running a top 10 car right now, maybe a top 5 car before the end of the stage. Durrani and Jamal Jackson battling 1-2. One car's in the grass. Saw a car in the grass. Oh, now they're crashing. Edith Cardozo was in the grass. And the 5 car spins as well. A big crash just before the end of the stage. And I believe that's going to end the stage early. So the stage is going to end early. And I believe that this is where they're going to be taking the stage points. 45 car is going to lead back to the caution. And I think he will be the stage 1 winner if I'm not mistaken, because the caution occurred a lap before the end of the stage. So they might count who finished inside the top 10 on this lap when they took the caution. So a big crash before stage 1 came to an end. We'll take another look at it momentarily, but for now I just wanted to check if the top 10 are going to be where they are in stage number 1. So top 10, stage 1 complete. Durrani, Jackson, Gomes, Lautaro, Breton, Taylor, Jones, Castillo, McKee, and more inside the top 10. And they're going to come down to the pits. And they were planning to come down to pit road. I think everybody was planning to come down pit road before the end of the just after the stage ends, when the caution was thrown to end stage 1. So now they're going to take their pit stops and going to go for their tires and fuel and see if they can make it to the end of the second stage. Alright, so everybody's coming down pit road right now. The leaders are coming to the pits. Let's see who will come off pit road first. Everybody's coming down, by the way. Nobody is staying out. And Durrani's the one that came out first off pit road. Durrani off pit road first, and the 34 Gomes out to pit road third, right after Jamal Jackson. And 15 looked like it was a close call there with almost a collision on pit road. Able to continue this race now, and everybody's going to be off pit road now and lining up for the restart. So now let's take a look at what brought out the second caution of the race and what brought stage 1 to an early end. So here's what brought out the caution to end stage number 1. It looked like the 12 car made contact with the 20 into the grass. We saw Cardoza getting into the grass, and that's because she was hit from behind by the 12 car. She tried to save it, get back onto the racetrack, but it just almost never works if you're going at full speed, and gets right into the 5 of Nathaniel O'Hare, and the car started to spin. And there you see 31 Dylan Abrahamian among those involved, and so was Zachary Fitzwater, and the 51 of Avi Sachs also collected in the pileup. And JP Lautaro spins as well, so he too was collected. A lot of big names collected in the pileup in turn number 1. And it's our second caution of the race here that again ended stage 1 early. And here we go back to the green flag for stage number 2 as Durrani and Jackson on the front row. We're going back to the green. Durrani's in the lead now on Jamal, was fighting back on the outside. Still got fight. Can the 1 get the 45? There's Matt Gomes behind him, almost 3 wide for the lead. Here we go, 3 wide. Skylar Taylor giving him a push. Bumper to bumper here. I think they almost touched. 34, 45 almost touched there. Gomes trying to clear Durrani. He does. What a run by Matt Gomes. He takes the lead. Matt Gomes is the new leader. Here's Skylar Taylor and Allison Rain. Here's the 48 battling on the low side, going for the lead. Third place, bumping and banging the 42. There's Rain in third. Allison Rain in third position. And Durrani second. Gomes is your new leader. Matt Gomes leads. And this time he is the leader. Francis in fourth. Francis with Skylar Taylor battling it out fourth position. Giovanni Castillo inside the top 5 right now. He's trying to go the bottom lane. There you see the 8 car clears in the 4th. And the 19 clears him as well. And the 19 is now 5th. Castillo in 5th place and Francis in 4th. These two battled it out early on in the series' history. And well, Francis is the one with the championship, but Castillo has wins under his belt. A couple wins under his belt. Durrani also battling it out with Allison Rain, almost like the good old times. Seeing the veterans come to life here at Texas. And Jamal Jackson, though, dropped way back after starting in the front row. And he's just dropping back, but he's going to try to pick up the positions he lost. As Matt Gomes trying to pull away, trying to collect another victory in that 34 team. 34 team was the dominant team last year with Quentin Moore, who won 5 races last year. This could be the start of another dominant season for the 34. They're able to hang on. Skylar Taylor battling with the 8 car of Cullen Francis. And this is his best run yet so far in the series. Skylar Taylor doing a pretty good job now inside the top 5. Here comes the 3rd place car. That's Giovanni Castillo. In 3rd, he gets by Rain. Giovanni Castillo gets by Rain. Let's see if Allison Rain can get back at the 19. Still can't quite get back to the number 19 car. And a quick look at the field here is Matt Gomes. Still hanging on to the race lead. Francis looks low for a position. He's trying to get to the top 5. Now we see Castillo going for 2nd. Looks low. Let's see if he gets the run. See if he gets the run to take 2nd away from the 45 of Durrani. Still side by side for the 2nd spot. Gets by. 19 goes to 2nd. 34 still in the lead. He's still out in front as the 19 takes 2nd spot away. Oh, look at Durrani. Looks low. Might try to get a crossover move. Try to pull off a crossover, but just did not have the run. The 19 was able to outrun him in turn 4. Gets a good run, a good line. He's going to keep that spot away from Durrani. Durrani's now going to have to battle with Allison Rain to keep 3rd place away. Connor Breen going to the side of the top 5. He's going to try to get into the top 5 and maybe make a move in stage 3. 47 car. He's going to try to make moves here in stage number 3. He's trying to go back-to-back here in the Lone Star State. And Connor Breen in 6th position now. He's looking for a top 5 finish. It could be a good momentum riser after his win at COTA last week. Trying to follow up his win with a great finish, maybe better. Maybe another victory. Jamal Jackson inside 3rd position now. The 1 car still 3rd. Jamal Jackson still trying to pick up a win this season after coming so close of winning at Phoenix and joining his teammates potentially in the playoffs. Lap traffic ahead for the leaders. The 16 Cassie Reynolds was involved in that first caution of the race, and well, they're approaching the lap traffic of that 16 car. I wonder if that's going to affect the leaders, the drafting of the leaders. Another lap car. Next one is Dylan Ebrahimian. Both are actually from the same team. And it was just not a good race for Kaulig overall. Both their cars were involved in separate incidents today And now they're just trying to finish the race and maybe focus on the next race coming up. But for now, they're going to have to... We'll see if Cassie Reynolds can get out of the way for the race leaders. They're fast approaching the 16. And I wonder who's going to benefit from this. See if Matt Gomes can get by the 16 here as they're approaching the slower car, the slower lapped car. On the outside, he's going to have to try to go on the outside, nearly into the wall. A risky move. Gomes gets by the 16 and leaves the 19 hanging. So what a bold move there by that 34 car, getting by to keep the lead, as now Maravilla nearly gets right into the 19 off pit road. Oh my goodness. 77 just went off pit road, nearly got right into the second place car. And they were able to get through unscathed. Wow, what a close call there. Maravilla just came off pit road. He had an unscheduled stop and, well, it almost caused havoc for the top 5 contenders. And now the 77 is able to get back to full speed, but it's going to be a little difficult for the ones outside the top 5 to make a pass on the 77, who's a lap down. Jamal Jackson to the bottom lane. Now he goes. Let's see if he gets second place. Not able to get to the draft to get second. Clark McKee is now in 5th spot. We saw Skylar Taylor run inside the top 5 for a brief moment. Now his teammate Clark McKee is in 5th right now. So, wow, the tides have turned quickly. And there were 2 from the same team. Looks low. He's going to try to make another pass. Jamal Jackson's going to try again. See if the 1 car can make another pass into the 19 car. See if he can make a move here to try to catch the 34. And this time it clears him. Jamal Jackson in 2nd place now. He's back in the 2nd spot. He's going to try to catch up to Matt Gomes. I believe there's just 9 laps to go here in stage number 2. Still all trying to pick up the stage points here. Last time the stage ended early, by the way, due to the caution. Now Quentin Moore's going to try to catch up to the pack, and something has gone wrong with the 1 car. He's in the grass, and something has gone wrong. Oh my goodness, he just nearly turned the car and had to come to the pits. I think something went wrong on that 1 car in the steering, and he is out of this race. A clutch issue, apparently, has ended his race early. So, unfortunate for Jamal Jackson. He was running in 2nd place, and then a clutch issue occurred during the green flag run. And now he is out of this race. Just really unfortunate for the 1 team. They had a strong car today. It looked like they were trying to catch a 34, maybe try to get a win to make him to get into the playoffs with his teammate in the 99. But it's just today looks like it was not going to be that day, as a clutch issue is going to end his race early, and Jamal Jackson is the first one out of this race. Wow, just a tough break for Jamal Jackson. I mean, that just came out of nowhere. But Matt Gomes able to, excuse me, Matt Gomes able to hang on to the race lead. His next competitor is just a half second behind him. Quentin Moore's teammate might be joining in the mix here, so could be a top 5 run here for Quentin Moore in his follow-up in this win at Texas. I mean, Quentin Moore won here last season in that 34 car, the one that Matt Gomes is driving now, but he could win again. He could be another winner of the 38. Looks low. 38 looks low. 43 on a battle, and this is for 5th spot. 3 more laps around stage number 2. And another lap car is approaching. That is the 31 Dylan Abrahamian. As I mentioned, the 2 Collet cars had not so great racing so far. So we'll see if Abrahamian can stay out of being lapped again. Oh no, he hasn't been lapped yet, but he might be lapped within a lap or two. He might be going down a lap down if the 34 is able to get by him cleanly. There's just 2 laps left in stage 1, but there's some drama before the end of the stage. Goes to the bottom. Let's see if Gomes can get by the 31, and looks like he's going to get through cleanly. 34 able to get by through cleanly. He knows there's just 1 more lap to run under green in stage number 2, but he's able to lap him down and not have have any issues with the dirty air in front of him to slow him down. Castillo's going to get by him with ease as well. So the stage is about to come to an end here at Texas Motor Speedway. And Matt Gomes looks like he's going to be the stage 2 winner. Barring any other unforeseen circumstances, like we saw with Jamal Jackson a couple laps back. But Matt Gomes is going to win stage number 2. Giovanni Castillo going to follow right behind him. And then Colin Francis, Ryan Durrani, Quint Moore, Benjamin Snyder, Clark McKee, Tyler Jones, Avi Sachs, and James Richardson. He just kept the last spot for stage points away, barely, from Alexander Rowe. So James Richardson, the driver with the last stage point of stage number 2, was able to hold off that 54 to the line when the caution flew. Was able to steal a stage point away from that 54 team. Anyway, they're going to take their pit stops again, almost right on cue. Looks like a couple cars have elected to stay out of that lap. Wow. Marvila stayed out. Oh no, never mind. Those are the lap cars. I thought there were some lead lap cars there that elected to come to the pits. But they're just the lap cars, so they might be coming to the pits on the next lap. It's kind of weird. It just, sometimes it happens that way. But anyway, Matt Gomes, stage winner. Just checking to confirm. So Matt Gomes on to pit road, leading the field down for pit stops to start stage 3, getting their new tires and fuel set up and setting up strategies to see if they could hold on and win here in the Lone Star State, as Gomes is the first one off pit road. And how about Colin Francis is the one next off pit road. So Francis is going to start on the front row with Matt Gomes. France has been on fire the past couple weeks. He won in Atlanta a few races back. Looking to repeat here at Texas. Well, we'll see what happens here as we're about to get the green for stage number 3 here at Texas Motor Speedway. Back to the green flag coming up here in the final stage of Texas Motor Speedway. It's going to come down to this. Here we go. Back to the green. 34's out in front. A good start for that 34 car. And the 45 is in second place. And now Quinn Moore's going to try to work his way up to second. Wow, front row could be running 1-2. Here comes Moore. Quinn Moore going to make a move. He's in second. And now it is a front row 1-2 currently at Texas. A dream for Front Row Motorsports, running 1-2 right now in this race. Matt Gomes, the leader in the ride that Quinn Moore drove last season and won in this very track. So Quinn Moore's going to try to go for a Texas two-step, but Matt Gomes, he's trying to get himself in the playoffs as well. I'm sure he's not going to let his teammate win, and we have a huge crash behind them. Big crash here into the start-finish line. Handful of cars were involved. Oh boy, this might be the biggest one of the race. Oh my goodness. Look at all those cars, man. Trying to avoid the wreckage. Cars spinning around. They won't race back to the line. Very wise decision not to have them race back to the caution after a big pile-up like this. Trying to sort everything out. That brought out the caution almost instantaneously. And the 34 car is going to be the race leader. So we'll take a look at what brought out the caution. So we're going to use a helicopter view for this one, as Giovanni Castillo looks like he had contact with the 8 of Cullen Francis. Francis goes around and then collects Nathaniel O'Hare. And Benjamin Snyder was also collected by the 19 car. And Nelson Herrera was also among those involved. And there you see the pileup near the start-finish line. And look at all those cars just spinning and piling up against one another. I think Skylar Taylor went airborne a little bit for a second there. And look at all those cars, man. Look at everyone just piled up in this wreckage. And that's definitely the biggest wreck we've seen so far today, with many cars involved in that. So, oh boy, Texas, man. It's something. I mean, it is really something here. So we're about to get the green flag very soon. Back to the green flag here as Front Row Motorsports running 1-2 with almost 20 laps to go. Matt Gomes and Quinn Moore, two teammates out in front. Looks like one car, I thought I saw one car having an issue, never mind. But anyway, we're about to get back to the green with just 21 laps to go at Texas. Who's going to be out on top between the two teammates on the front row for Front Row Motorsports? Green flag. And look at Moore go. Takes the lead. And he just was right there, was ready to pounce, and he takes the race lead from Matt Gomes. And Gomes looks to the bottom, trying to retake it from his teammate. And look at Avi Sachs. What a comeback here. He was involved in one of the early wrecks. He's trying to make a comeback here. He's inside third. He's going for second. Can Sachs clear more? Oh, there's more cars on the bottom. Cardoza spins again. Oh no, the 20 goes around. Does not cause a pileup this time, but brings out the caution anyway. Wow, the second time today that the 20 was involved in a spin. And let's take a look at that wreck with Edith Cardoza. Just couldn't catch a break today. Second time that she's been in the grass. And this time the 17 was the one that forced her down below the grass. And looked like she was able to save it a bit, but gets contact with Benjamin Snyder, and that might have been what brought out the caution in the first place. But the 20 car was the one that got turned around by that 17. And, well, and that's the second time she was involved in an incident. I believe the 24 had to go to the pits, by the way, just before the green flag. And, yeah, I think the 24 had a problem. Might have been a loose lug nut or something. But, yeah, I knew I saw a car was slowing down off pit road. And I just thought I was just seeing things. But it looked like there was a car that was slow on the restart. The 24 had a problem before entering pit road. So it looks like they're going to have the repair done, and that's what I kind of saw. That's what I kind of knew I saw when we were restarting this race. Anyway, back to the green. 15 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. Matt Gomes out in front, but this time his teammate's going to be right behind him in row number 2. We'll see if he gets the draft. We're going back to the green. How about that 15, though? What a comeback he made. We saw him spin out early a couple laps ago, and now he's inside the top 5. Good news for Matt Gomes. It gets a little push from his teammate. And now Moore goes to second. Oh, here comes Clark McKee. Clark McKee to the low line in the 43 car. Trying to get the third spot away. But it's a 1-2 battle for Front Row Motorsports. And Matt Gomes is in front. And his teammate battling for him in second place. Looks like these two are going to battle out for the win. Oh boy, this will be fun to watch. It's between Matt Gomes and Quentin Moore, both from the same team, both trying to get into the playoffs. So it'll come down to the final laps. Durante down low. He's going to take third spot from Clark McKee. James Richardson has worked his way up to 5th. And Richardson could make a splash here in this race. I mean, the 6 car, we've seen him be clutch and pull out victories from out of nowhere. So the 6 car has a chance here to try to win this race. 45 down low. Into the 43. third place. A battle for third getting more intense. Oh boy, here comes the 19. 19 the low side of fourth place. Richardson trying to block. The two teammates from the Rick Ware team inside the top 10. 11 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. And now the battle continues with Castillo and Durrani. And now we have Herrera, Sachs battling for position. And now Liam Stort's going for a top 10 finish here. See if Liam Stort can catch him. 10 laps to go between these three drivers. And look at Clark McKee in third. See if Clark can try to nab down the two drivers from the same team to try to win this race. Here we go. 43 car to the bottom lane he goes. Clark McKee going for second place, trying to catch Matt Gomes with 9 laps remaining. 9 laps around here at Texas Motor Speedway. Here comes McKee, going to try to clear the 38. 34 gets a little benefit there from pulling away from the 43 car. Here comes Durrani. Durrani goes to the outside. Maybe try to get a draft on the 38. Just 8 to go at Texas Motor Speedway. Here comes Durrani. Looks low. Trying to clear Quentin Moore. Trying to get the draft. Trying to get that push. Castillo also joining in the mix. Gomes pulling away. He's doing whatever he can to pull away and try to win this thing at Texas. And here they go. 7 laps to go. 7 to go at Texas. Down to these drivers battling it out. Durrani trying to clear the 43. And looks like he's not going to be able to yet. Not yet. 43. Outside he goes. Can he hold on to second place? 43 in the second now. Durrani just couldn't quite get by Clark McKee. Just 6 to go at Atlanta. Texas. I don't know why I said Atlanta. Atlanta was the next race when I did this. But, oh, okay. Anyway, Texas. 6 to go at Texas. Matt Gomes hanging on over Clark McKee. See, McKee will take an opportunity to make a pass. Lap traffic ahead. Back to Reynolds again. Gonna face lap traffic in the final 5 laps. Oh boy, will this be fun. 34 was able to get by the 16 smoothie last time. I don't know if the 16 is going to let him go by that easy in this race, especially battling for the race win. 4 laps to go when they hit the stripe. Here we go. Lap traffic ahead for the 34. Getting on the bumper. Making some contact. Just giving him a little nudge to get out of the way. Gomes able to clear the 16. But will that hurt him in the long run? That little contact with that 16, is it going to hurt him? Right now, so far, he's staying steady. Still leading the race over the 43 car. More lap traffic ahead with 3 to go. And again, they got to face off against the 31 of Dalan Ebrahimian. It was a close call there last time. Oh, man. I wonder what's going to happen in this one. Here we go. 2 laps to go when they hit the stripe. Gomes in front, trying to hang on and trying to not get into trouble with the lap traffic. 2 to go at Texas. It's going to come down to this. It's going to come down to move a race right here. Got to make it right here. Here we go in the lap car. Gomes a little tight on the bottom, but able to get by the 31 with ease. He's able to get by him, just barely able to get through. And Gomes has got clean air in sight as the white flag is about to wave at Texas with 1 more lap around. Clark McKee might have 1 more chance in him. We'll see what happens in this white flag lap. On the last lap here, he's got to make his move right now. Matt Gomes trying to hang on to the lead he took early on. And we'll see if he can hang on over Clark McKee. Half a lap remaining. 34 is going to try to repeat at Texas. They won with Quentin Moore last season. They're going to win again with Matt Gomes. Here he comes off the final corner. It's Matt Gomes to take the checkers at Texas. Alright, here are the final results from Texas Motor Speedway. Matt Gomes holds on to win here at Texas, and he takes the checkered flag and led the most laps to 54 laps led. Holds off Clark McKee for the race win. Durante scored a lot of points in third place, 51 total points in fact, and so did Giovanni Castillo, who scored a lot of stage points, and he had 43 in total, the third most of all drivers in this race. So you can pause the video to find out where you finished on the left of your screen. Matt Hunter is not on this list because he did not take a single lap under green, and so they did not count him in the official results. So sometimes that happens, you know, with some of the biggest drivers. We had 8 lead changes. Jamal Jackson had the fastest lap. As I mentioned earlier, Gomes led the most laps with 54. Clark McKee was the biggest mover, 29 spots he gained to finish in the runner-up position. And here are the stage results from stages 1 and 2 in case you missed it. And there's all the drivers that scored points during the stage. And Priya McShane was the biggest mover stage 3. And the biggest movers of the stages were Allison Rain and Avi Sachs. So let's take a look at the standings as we head to our next race. Rich Roy is now the points leader, believe it or not, as he has a 6-point advantage over Nathan Ormond. And Jamal Jackson ended up dropped to third place in the point. I think he moved up to third place in the point standings. So Jamal's up to third, and McKee's runner-up finish puts him fourth in the points right now. Colin France is the highest driver among the winners in the points in fifth. Then Breton, Gomes, Lal, and Andrews in that order. And you can pause the video to find out where your driver stands in terms of the points. Try to scroll down a little bit here just to show every single driver in this field. As Matt Hunter again did not score points in this one, I believe, because he did not complete a single lap and wasn't credited for the position as a result. Sometimes, again, that just happens. Anyway, that's it from us here at Texas and the Lone Star State. We'll be at Richmond next weekend. Back to the short. We're going to be running at the short tracks starting next weekend. So you do not want to miss that. Until next time, we'll see you at Richmond for the next race. Until then, we'll see you later.